5-4 Dodgers, ninth inning. And there's ball 4 to Aubrey Hub. So now Torres. He's a switch hitter. By hitting left-handed against Broxton, he has the extra step or two to first base. Don Mattingly, who is running the club now that Joe had to leave according to the rules when Clayton Kershaw was ejected. There's no one throwing in the pen. That's it. It's Broxton or no one. And Andres Torres coming up. Now Bruce Bochy is coming out. And let's see. With the bases loaded and one out. Bochy has talked to the rookie umpire, who really has had his hands full tonight. And the question is, of course, 2 trips to the mound. Here you can see the first time. Now he turns. Now he walks away. And oops, I forgot to tell you one other thing. And Bochy says that's 2 trips. And of course, if it's 2 trips, that means the pitcher has to come out. And now Mattingly is coming back out again to say, wait a minute. And McClelland is explaining to him, technically you made 2 trips. That means Broxton has to come out, and the Dodgers don't have anyone warming up in the bullpen. Boy, has this been a bizarre game. Down in the Dodger bullpen, Travis Schlichting gets up. Can we see that one more time as far as Mattingly, I believe, being charged with 2 trips? We can rack up the videotape for the moment. What a... Now here he is on the mound. Now let's see how far he goes. He gets 1 foot on the grass, 2 feet, turns, and comes back on the mound. Apparently, James Loney had asked Mattingly a question. See what? Hey, Don, what about, and that's what called him back. And of course, Bochy, who's been around a long time, spotted that immediately. Boy, that is really one for the books. Casey Blake, I'm sure, is maintaining that Mattingly had only made 1 trip, and he's arguing with Tim McClelland. Mattingly is now going back on the field. Wow. Well, we had a slip pitch that did not cross the foul line, so that was no pitch when we thought it might have affected the count. We've had the starting pitcher, Clayton Kershaw, kicked out of the game. The manager had to go with him. Now, yep, sure enough, Mattingly will be charged with making 2 trips, and Jonathan Broxton has to come out. I would suggest, but I don't know if they would do it, I would suggest that the Dodgers make an announcement over the public address system that Broxton had to come out because Mattingly was guilty of making 2 trips. For all this crowd feels that Broxton might have been ejected from the game. And George Sherrill will be coming in with 1 out and the bases loaded to turn Torres around and make him bat right-handed. Whoa, don't go away. We'll be right back. Pitcher, and Grady Little was the Dodger manager, and Bochy called Little for a similar instance that occurred with Mattingly. So for the second time, Bruce Bochy has nailed the Dodgers on a technicality. We'll see if it gives him a victory or what it does. But we do know that George Sherrill is brought in. Take another look. Watch. He's on the dirt. He steps on the grass. Both feet on the grass. Turns. Loney says, what about? So he goes back to Anzalone. 2 trips. So Torres now, they turn him around to try and get the double play. With the bases loaded, 1 out, 9th inning, 5-4 Dodgers. And a strike. Torres thought it was high. So you have Schierholtz at third, the tying run. Renteria at second, and Huff at first. 1 out, 0-1 to Torres. Fastball and a high fly ball into deep left center field. That's going to go against the wall. In comes Schierholtz. In comes Renteria. And it is 6-5 Giants. On a long double by Andres Torres. So it made a lot of sense, technically, to turn Torres around to bat right-handed, but it didn't work against George Sherrill. So it is 6-5 Giants. Runners at second and third and 1 out. And Russell Martin heading for the mound, perhaps ordered to go there. But Don Mattingly going to school along with Rick Honeycutt. 6 runs, 6 hits for the Giants. 5 runs, 8 hits for the Dodgers. And Freddie Sanchez coming up with Buster Posey on deck, and still only 1 out. That was the successful sacrifice by Aaron Rowan. So the Giants trailed 3-0, 3-1, 5-1, 5-4, and now lead 6-5 in the 9th inning. And with the infield up, Freddie Sanchez, whoops, here comes Mattingly. He has Travis Schlichting in the pen. By the way, for Andres Torres standing out there at second base, we should give him some tribute. With runners in scoring position, Andres Torres is hitting .313. So out goes Sherrill. In comes Schlichting, and we'll be back.